Welcome back to Malachi's Journey to Financial Freedom. And this video is going to be reviewing the GoBaby Crypto Trade Bot. The GoBaby Crypto Trade Bot is a crypto trading bot that works on Kraken or Coinbase and is basically a slightly more advanced grid bot. It's trading spot and it trades on 2% swings on the market, although it does have some available features to change that. I'm going to show you the forward testing paper results for 5 months. Just a screenshot. It's not that cool, but I'm going to show you that and we'll break down those numbers. And then I will show you my current live account and the setup on it. So if you have any questions, do me a favor. I do need people to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers. So click the like, click the subscribe for me. If you need questions about this, feel free to ask them in the chat on YouTube, and I will try to get back with you on those. I do want to say something real quick. I've had someone that's been impersonating me in Telegram. I will not DM you. I will not send you DMs. If you don't personally know me, you probably will never get a DM from me. And I'm not selling anything through Telegram. I'm not selling any bots through Telegram. I'm not asking for any crypto or anything like that. Everything I do, I review it. If it's a free trading bot on like MT4, I do have them for free in a Telegram group. If it's something that you have to purchase, I send you to the manufacturer's website or the developer's website. It's not me selling it. So if anyone's pretending to be me asking you to send them crypto or something for a bot, trust me, it's not me. So this is just a quick screenshot I took. I took this about December 15th, I believe. And I can look because I went to live, I think, on December 16th, 2024. So I've been running this on a paper trading account since July 11th of 2024. It was started as a $5,000 account, and the total profits taken were $1,114. So real quick math, 1114.21 divided by 5,000 is 22%. Dividing that by 5 months of testing is about 4.45%, or we'll call it 4% per the month for spot trading. So the first few months were a lot slower. I think it does take time to scale into trades, and then it starts to make more money. And then obviously with the big move in crypto in November, December, if you notice, it says Bitcoin price when I took the screenshot was 106,000. It's obviously come down, but the big moves on that really did help. And there were some months that did 10%. The developer, when I talked to him, he stated that on average, they see a 5 to 10% return per month based on what the customer settings are. So we'll go into the GoBaby site. I'll show you the current account. It's been running, I think, since December 16th. It'll show on there and what results it's made. And I'll kind of show you how it's set up. And I'll show you the different options on how to set it up. So this is the cryptogobabytrade.com website. I will throw a link down below that gets you a discount. If you go straight to the site, it's $4,500 or $44.99 for a 3-year license. If you use the discount link, should be $34.99, so it saves you $1,000 for 3 years. Basically, I consider it $100 a month. So this is the GoBaby website. It's very basic, and I will say this. If you're someone that wants to have a lot of control over what your bot is doing and telling when to enter, when to exit, this is probably not the bot for you. This in general is a bot that's very easy to set up and really does run on its own pretty well. So I did start this off with real money, $5,000, and I started it, December 16th. I was right. Since then, it's taken $88 in profit. Now, you might wonder, it's only at $8 above, but it's got $88 in profit. One of the designs of the GoBaby bot is that it takes all the profit and it puts it aside. It doesn't add that in. It only trades your initial $5,000 or what you tell it to trade out of the account. So the bonus of that is this was designed by the developer to make a passive income that then people could take their profits monthly or whatever. They could remove their profits and always leave the balance trading. So the whole idea is to create a cash flow from this, which once again, that's something I'm looking for. So I really like that. You can tell it to compound if that's what you want. And you might ask why I'm trading these three cryptos. I'll be the first one to say, Sheeb, I don't want to own a bunch of Sheeb. I'm just like, it's not something I want to necessarily buy and hold. However, these are the three cryptos that were suggested by the developer. Now you can change it. I'll show you how, but they give really good results. GoBaby is designed to trade a 2% market swing. So sheep moves up and down quite a bit. And what we can see right here is of the 5,000, I'm currently holding about 300 and just over $300 in each of these tokens. And it just trades up and down. And what you'll see here down below is you'll see the symbol, the action. So it closed it, the position, the price it closed the position at, how many it traded, and the profit it made, date and time. And what we'll do is you'll see this, it says all add to positions rules passed. Let's see if we can scroll down and find an AI. So here's one. This one actually uses the AI. So the other thing that he's built in is he has a separate AI program that when it reaches the grid point, say GRT, and a 2% drop, so it's going to open the position, it sends a message to the AI and says, should I open this position? And if the AI says no, we think the market's going to drop, or my AI brain says the market's going to drop more, it doesn't open the position. If the AI says yes, open the position, then it does. So that's number one. Then it simply sets a sell, and let's see if we are going to scroll back into all these transactions and see. You'll see where the AI pinged in a few times to change the trades. And I don't know if I have any. I know on the paper trading I have some, but if it reaches a sell, it does the same thing and says, okay, it reached a sell. Is that correct? Do I sell? And if the AI says yes, then it sells. So let's jump into the options that you can trade with it and basically how it sets up. So first thing you do is you have to make an API to set it up, and you can paper trade, okay? Or you can trade live. I'm using Coinbase for that. And you just set up an API with Coinbase. If you haven't done that, then it's not really difficult. There's plenty of videos out there. I could make one on how to do it, but each API is going to be specific to this. So you'll have to set one up for this, but you literally, it just walks you through how to do it. Real simple. So the next is the breakdown of the currencies, crypto pairs. You can choose Coinbase or Kraken. That is a drawback for me on this, although I don't mind using Coinbase or I don't mind using Kraken, but that's only two that it's available on. So if you're interested in using other exchanges for right now, this isn't available. He does have a list of the big movers on here. I think if I add more money, I will probably go to some lower volume stuff that I like. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, things like that. So on this, you can adjust the percentage of your funds that it's trading. So of the 100%, 34 is going to ACH, 33 is going to Sheeb, and 33 is going to Graph Token. But say I wanted to run 25% on Bitcoin, 25% on Ethereum, and then maybe 20% on Solana and then 10% on all of these. I could do that. So you can't specify, say you only wanted to do $1,000, but I can specify the percentage of the money available. The other thing you can do is just press it and it spreads it out equally. Okay, strategies for the trading. These are the options. And I'm going to go through it. I'm kind of going to explain them hopefully AI enabled. I think that's really basic, but the artificial intelligence that he uses to monitor the market, I did ask him, I did an interview with him. Um, and he actually, it's not just pinging Chat GPT or something like that. It's actually something that he's worked with. Him and his son are developers and they've put together. Max lots opened in a single day. In this case, a lot is going to be the max trades. So think of this as max trades per symbol. Okay, so the default setting is 2. I left it at 2. And what that means is that if the price is dropping dramatically, it's only going to make 2 trades in the single day. And then it's going to stop. And the reason we want that is that protects us on large drawdown days from opening too many trades and really getting locked in. Okay. It also waits 60 minutes since the last open to buy and 60 minutes since the last close to buy. That makes perfect sense, right? We don't want to just slam all of our trades into a big movement. So it has a profit amount. Basically, if it reaches $100, I believe that's in the day, it will take that and close out the trade. Although I may change that. I'd rather it just traded the grid. I don't need it to close special profit goals. And this is the goal per trade. It starts at 2% is where he starts it. I've left it there. With Coinbase, in my opinion, Coinbase's fees, unless you're trading a lot of money, can be higher. If you're trading an exchange where your fees are much lower, then you can get away with a smaller movement. But going much less when you have a small account, it really would tear into your profits. When you're paying a quarter of a point for the trade and you're only trading a 0.5% or 1%, then all of a sudden you're losing 25% of your profit to the trade every time, where in this you're only losing 12.5%. And once you start trading more, obviously I've already reduced my cost just by the volume of trades that this makes. Pullback after reaching goal, I'm not doing that, but basically if it did hit its trading goal, I would wait for a pullback to re-enter. That's not a bad thing. I'm using his, for the moment, I'm using his suggested settings. So do not close lots that would be immediately reopened. Theoretically, we've got that 60-minute for opening to close, so it shouldn't do that. But if it sees that it would, it won't do that. And that basically saves you on some fees and positions. Lot size options. I will say also, he has a stock trading bot that does the same thing. And I think that might be why it was originally written to lots, and he's adjusted this for crypto. So in this one, I have it set for the system to calculate the shares equally between the grid levels. So basically, it should always be opening up 100. Instead of $100, it would open up 100 coins or a million coins or whatever it's trading. Add shares on price drops. So basically, that's your grid level, 2%. On a 2% drop in the grid, I open a new position. Maximum allowed number of lots. That's going to be your maximum number of grids allowed. And I've got 25. Expected trading window adds down to 50% price drop. So if the price got cut in half, theoretically, it will redo the pricing. One of the things that I talked to him is, and why this is more autonomous, is that every day at midnight, it resets your buy levels and resets your grids for the next day based on the market. So I like that because you're not just tied in. Like if you're using Bitsgap or one of the other bots that are on the market, you're basically setting a high and low and you're getting locked into that, where this adjusts your trades for you. So it is more autonomous. Profit management, I do have it set to save 100% of my profit. You can edit that and you can save less and basically you could reinvest it. So if you set it at 50%, then 50% would go in the bucket to be saved, and 50% would go back into the trading. He also does have a list of potential earners. I'm not just going to jump on something because it's top of the list. However, once again, this is something to look at if you're looking for other things. I would cross-reference this with something that you want to hold to anyway, right? Don't just pick something because it's high on the list. He also has a breakdown for highest trade counts, and then, of course, what exchanges. And it will give you a daily profits taken report. And it sends you an email just like this with the trades and the numbers. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you very much for watching my videos, and I hope you're going to make this one to the end. We're going to go over the basic pros and cons of this bot. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? So it is limited in what it does. I did ask if there were some other options that it could have, and he said no. He tried some of those options before using signals, RSI, MACD, moving average crossovers, and really it got into the weeds and most people didn't understand it. So this bot was created by the developer to be very basic, very simple, and lock in profits for people so they could have money to spend every month from the trading. So that's number one. That's both a plus and a minus, but it depends on what you want from your bot. Number two, what is the cost of this bot? In the end, $3,500 for 3 years comes out to about $100 a month, give or take, a little bit less. If you're averaging 4% a month profit, which is what I average in paper trading over 5 months, the first $2,500 you put in this should make you theoretically $100 a month. Well, that pays for the bot. So we could say that cost is a prohibitor on this. You have to have probably $5,000 to trade on this minimum to make it worth your time to even start with it. If you're going to start with $500 or $1,000 to test it, that's one thing. But realistically, if you're only going to put $1,000 into this, it's not worth it because you're going to be paying more each month than you are for the bot. Another thing someone said is they would rather pay monthly than upfront. And I understand that. This is the design of the developer, but they would rather put $3,500 into something and then let the profits pay for that monthly fee as opposed to paying upfront and not having that $3,500 to begin with. So that's kind of a minus, the upfront cost, but you can pay with a credit card. So that's a plus. Let's look at the bot itself. In the design, it's very simple. It doesn't take a lot of work to set it up. And once it is set up, it pretty much runs on its own. It's obviously going to do better in a bull market. One of the things it does is it takes an initial buy and it kind of holds those coins on whatever you're trading the initial buy and is looking for about a 5% markup in order to sell that. And it breaks that down. And then it starts running its grids. And what that does is if you look at BitsGap or some of the others, wherever you set your high and low, it automatically makes a buy in order to trade that when the price goes up and sell those. This doesn't really do that. It just takes a smaller chunk so that if the price just goes up, 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 it is making you some money. But really for this bot to work, it requires the market to go down first in order to allow you to buy the positions and then go up. So this bot very specifically works on market movement up and down. And that's what we want to see. A sideways market with 2% moves is great. A bullish market is not bad. A bear market is not going to be great. However, I haven't tested this through a bear market, but what the developer did say is that what they found in the last big bear market and downward pushes, the bot still locked in profits because it's still making trades. And even in a bear market, you see price movement down and then you get some spikes back up. And if you look at the charts, you can see that. What do I like? It does rewrite the grid levels at midnight Eastern time, Why midnight Eastern time? Just because that's when he chose to do it. But at midnight Eastern time, it does reset your market and reset your orders. And it does buy and sell autonomously. The bonus is that it can really do a nice, like a big 50% swing in the price. And yes, if it swings 50% in the price, your total asset level is going to go down. The idea, though, is that you can continue to hold that until it comes back up and you don't have to worry about that. So, once again, this is a long term play. The whole idea is that it's going, the price of crypto that you're trading is going to go up and down and it's going to set profit aside. I really like the concept of the bucket or basically setting profits aside. And you can, of course, change that. It has the option in there. How much of the profits do you want to set aside? And I may set it more to reinvest some, but I'll probably do that manually once or twice, once a month or every other month. I'll say, okay, I'm pulling some profits. And I do plan on putting a little bit more money in this, but I do think I'm going to plan on pulling profits and then reinvesting some of them each month. But I am looking for options and ways to make a monthly passive income. That was a real basic intro into the Go Baby crypto trading bot. So normally I will run a 3-month paper trading. I'll back test and I'll forward test for 3 months. I wanted to do this a little bit more. I wanted to see how it worked. I did run it for 5 months. I was pleased with the results. The first month on paper was 2%. I was like, I don't know if it's worth doing that at the price range. But when it got to the 4% average, I'm very good with an average 4% return on spot trading. If you don't know the difference between spot and leverage and contracts for difference and derivatives, in this case, this bot is trading spot. It is actually buying the crypto on the exchange, holding it on the exchange, and then reselling the crypto. What does that mean for you? That means that it's not a leveraged trade that can cause you to get liquidated. Now, if you choose a crypto that becomes worthless, that's one thing. However, don't put all your eggs in one basket. What does that mean for this? A, don't make this your only trading bot. Don't make this your only source of income. B, don't pick one crypto to trade. I'm going to actually spread this out to 5 or 10 cryptos to trade. That way, if I do pick one that's bad and just goes to nothing, Luna comes to mind because I lost a lot of money when Luna collapsed. But if you do pick just one thing, you could lose it all. So just keep that in mind. But I like that this, once again, sets the profits aside and lets you decide. That is a plus. Lastly, my biggest thing that I like about this is it really did in 5 months, I didn't adjust anything. I simply let it run. Could you tweak it to be more aggressive? Absolutely. Could you make more money? Absolutely. With that comes higher risk. So the pluses on this are we're spot trading, we're never getting liquidated. We may end up holding coins for a while, but as long as we still have cash available to buy and sell, we're still hitting more of the movement at the bottom of the range, right? And we're still trading that 2% swing. Even if we're holding Bitcoin at 90,000, we can still trade Bitcoin at 45,000 as well, as long as we have cash, right? So to me, that's the bonus of this. If you're looking for something like has less risk than the leverage, keep in mind that all trading is risky, right? You can lose some of your money, especially in this case. How would you lose? You choose to cash out your crypto that you're holding separately than letting the bot do it. Another thing, this with Coinbase Advanced, I probably should have put this in earlier, but you can manually trade on a separate account. You can set up a sub account just for this bot. So it's only this bot and it's only trading the money in that sub account. The API doesn't have to have access to deposit or withdraw. So it really isn't, you're not risking your money that it's going to get stolen. You might lose it trading or do something wrong. But this money, once again, the bonus is it's in a US based exchange. I trust that Coinbase isn't going to steal my money. Could be wrong. We've seen FTX go down, right? But it's a US based exchange and you have in the end, control over your choices. You can stop the trading, you can halt it, and you can cash it out. No one can tell you, no, you can't do it, or, hey, we've got to wait until we can make this liquidity provider pay us, or we have to monetize this bond in order to cash you out because you're not happy. No, it's Coinbase, right? Coinbase has the money, you sell the tokens, you cash it out. So I've been through a lot of stuff over the last few years. I've tested stuff. Some stuff has worked, some stuff has failed. But in this case, to me, a plus is we're running this on a US based exchange and we have a little bit more control over our money. So do me a favor, if you like what you see, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I will be reviewing this every month in the end of month reviews and showing the returns for it.